Yes, we're alive.
We did it. We did it. All right. Do you want to
Once again,
introduction?
we did it.
We did it. Absolutely.
Yeah, this is so unprofessional. I don't even care. But hey, this is a party, so we're supposed to have a party at a party, right?
It's a party.
It's
I bring the party.
Yeah, party. Yep. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm too cheap of a drunk. I had to stick to tea. So
yeah,
way cheap.
Well, I'll help us both here.
Okay.
I will definitely help us both.
Okay. So, give me just a minute. I have to get the port. I actually have to leave the party for a second. So feel free to talk about your book, introduce yourself, and tell everybody, click, I'll be right back.
Oh, you're leaving me already? Oh, dang. All right.
Pork chops be in the oven, okay? You gotta have the pork chops.
Fair enough. Pork chops be in the oven. Okay, so live simultaneously for two things. So TikTok, bear with me. I'm doing YouTube live as well with author Blaze Ramsey. She's MIA at the moment. So right now you're just stuck with me. I am Brittany Weisrock. I am the author of Triad. We're kind of doing like a fun book party launch where we're going to talk about books, TV shows. Like you can definitely ask us questions. You can DM me questions. And then at the end, we want to get you guys all in on a giveaway that we're going to be doing of like book merch and all kinds of stuff. So I definitely have awesome art cards and candles because as real as life. I mean, so we're going to be doing all kinds of just like fun, just really, really fun chat. And hopefully you can maybe get to know us a little bit.
Yeah.
In both directions. We're kind of great. I mean,
we're kind society in the wrong place. So.
Yes. Fair enough. Well,
anyway.
I introduced myself. I mean, we know who I am. So, but who are you?
Who am I? I don't know. I ask myself quite often, especially now since we've had so many. Yep, conundrum, paradox, throw whatever word you want to throw at me. My name is Blaze. I am the host of this lovely party with one of my favorite people in the world, the lovely Brittany. Oh, we're talking on Tick. Oh my gosh.
We're talking on Tick. We doing it.
TikToking, author. Yep, talking on Tick. And yep. I am the author of these lovely books here. Yes. We had to push this one behind because of the Snowmageddon. But I recently released the sequel to this book called Blood Moon, and yes, it features werewolves, ladies and gentlemen. I put werewolves and Prohibition Chicago.
Werewolves. So, first of all, Prohibition. I would never have survived. They'd have jailed me. They would have been like, that one's drunk. I know it. So,
it'd be the hookup.
Perfect.
She's my hookup. We need my hookup.
Excellent. Yes. So I fortunately had the pleasure to sample a bit of Black Mirror, which is Blaze's upcoming book. Book 2 is not out yet. And she did something. It's a YA, but so don't get too upset if maybe there's not a high level of spice, but there'll be some. And it's the character's name's Zane. So let's be real here. Anybody named Zane is hot.
That is the truth, isn't it? It is. Book 3 is when it gets really, really involved because
you're slow burning the bejesus out of me, and this is why so far readers and it right now slow burn is everybody loves that sensuous torture. Me, not so much. I'm that person that will take my book and go. I'll just okay, wait. I will look and just see how many pages till I get to a kind of dirty word. And then I'm like, all right, it's soon. I can't even it's just the truth. I can't help myself. So I'm that person that's let me see if I can skip and skim to some of the fun stuff.
There is definitely, it starts in the end of book 2, because in the book 2 you got a lot of conflict between the two characters because Zane is moody as all get out. He's a total, I'm going to throw it out there and I'm not going to censor myself because why not?
Oh, you glitched.
He's a total dick. He is. He's been thrown through.
Oh, guess who just joined us on TikTok? Rachel.
Oh, snap. Now it's a real party.
Come join us. I brought wine, and I've only had 2 sips. No worries.
Take it slow. You got an hour.
Girl, an hour? Shoot, you don't know me. The Wisconsinites, we're good. Mercedes, what's up, girl? Did you get that book I mailed you? Sorry, she won my giveaway for Master of One. I was lucky enough to get 2 special edition copies of Master of One with specialty character art on the inside dust jacket. You got your book, and she said she got it. Okay. So that was very exciting that I was able to give that book away in particular, because I myself am very excited to read it. I am not going to lie. I kept the signed one for myself.
Of course. See, I just got my second copy of This Golden Flame from Emily Victoria. And one of them was signed, and I'm like, okay, I'm happy to give this other copy away. Right. It's got specialized art on the inside. So I was like,
yes, and this one did, and I'm super excited that it got there, because I always get a little leery of the mail. Oh, well, hello. Look at all you just popping in a little bit. Love it. Much appreciated. Blaze and I are just chit-chatting about all books here. So do you even have time, speaking of books, I know we read, but do you even have time to watch TV anymore? Like Netflix? Do you get to Netflix and chill?
Okay, believe it or not, this is going to probably shock a lot of people.
It is. You're going to tell me something that you
actually
I missed.
I write with the TV on.
Oh, okay. I write with music on.
I can plan watching CSI New York. I can plan with my kids buzzing around my head.
Like dark and twisty murder.
Oh, sort of. I like murder.
You like murder? Male does be crazy, Rachel. I agree. I'm so happy you got your Triad merch box. So that's exciting. Oh, Alexis is on for a little bit. We'll see. Hey, girl, what's up? Sorry, it gets a little like I always feel like I have to like greet people. I can't help myself. Oh, and she called me lovely. You're my favorite.
Oh no, go greet all you want. This is a party, okay? We just
It is a book launch party.
Yeah, it's a party.
Not quite for me yet, but more so for Blaze, who you can't see because I'm doing 2 lives at once. I just I need posters all around of what I'm doing. You know what would be great, Blaze? A copy of your book. That's what I need.
Oh, I'm noticing you're saying inside joke.
The insider joke is right. You do got to support your book, babe. I am. Thank you. You are too sweet.
I have not done TikTok. I cannot figure out how to do TikTok.
I don't know if I do TikTok well, but I certainly try. Rachel said congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
I know. She taunted me because here I say again, I got a sample of Black Mirror and I'm having Zane go through the woods here, and then all of a sudden it was ripped from me when I couldn't have any more. So it was a very sad experience for me.
You know what? I will send ARCs. If your people want ARCs, just let me know and I'll send you a link to where they can sign up for them, and I'll just send it to them. Because I'm stepping over. ARCs need to go out. So ARCs are available. Just let me know if you want them.
Right. So another big reason Blaze and I are here, we're talking about Triad, which a few of you have read. I know Rachel has read it because she's so wonderful like that. Not only once, but twice. So thank you for doing that. I mean, because I know it is a longer read. And yes. Oh, Alexis, you are ARC reading it too right now. Oh my gosh, how's that going? I'm nervous. Are you nervous? But does this help? Because look at how cute they are. Can everybody see? Because
I saw that. I love that.
And Athena are so cute. I was literally about to finish the notification. Oh boy. Well, you'll let me know. I'll be in trouble later.
Trouble's our middle name.
The Trouble might be my middle name, or I prefer Rose.
I'll stick with Trouble. Menacing.
Okay, fine. Trouble's fine.
No, me. Menacing. I murder people in some of my mystery books, so we're good.
You are a murderer.
I am a murderer.
Yeah, you're one of those people where I can tell on books where you're not afraid to cut me right to the core. That ending though, no spoiler. Okay, no spoiler. I won't really. Definitely one of those people that I can feel if I read a book of yours, Blaze, that you're going to just be fine killing off someone I'm completely in love with, and people like you break my heart.
I probably will, because there is the antagonist in book 2. His name is Valentine Bane, and he does end up ultimately getting killed off. And trust me, it is horrible. I'm so Logantine. I really am. I am Logantine, shipping Logantine, and I have to end up killing him. So it's like,
ship me all the pretty boys, all the pretty boys, all the pretty women. I will give them all to me. I need them.
But
I love a good character. If that character is making me laugh or making me go, you are like a smartass or bad, I'm in. Do you know what character though and I know people right now are so in love, but guess what I got today? I just touched it though, but so I don't know if you can play. So we have the special edition of Shadow and Bone. Okay. Now my husband was kind enough to basically scour the internet for this version because it's exclusive to Fairy Loot, which I have been on the waiting list for 6 months. All right. 6 months. I've been on the waiting list for Fairy Loot. And and you know what? The Darkling just never does it for me. It is so pretty, but yeah. Excuse me? She is showing me her Fairy Loot box. Our friendship is about to end, but inside is beautiful too. So I already have the special edition, the white cover, but my husband was nice enough to track this down. Honestly, I don't actually want to tell you what he paid for it because I'm a little embarrassed. But I thought I would never pay this for a book, but this one is so pretty, I have to have it. But anyways, the Darkling, he doesn't do it for me. I get that, like, everybody's like, ooh, he's like bad, but I'm like, no, Ben Barnes is hot, like in the TV show, but
that one.
Yeah, I know you don't do books and TV, but the Darkling, I never got attached to him, so I never felt bad when he was being like the jerk that you knew he would be. So I felt pretty good about it. So by the time I finished that one, and I'm still on this, I did have to take a break, proofreads and stuff, but this one's going well. I do love Leigh Bardugo's. I just love the way she describes things. I really do. She helps paint like a very pretty picture, and I am always here for a pretty picture. My husband says hi on my TikTok. Hi. Hi,
husband on TikTok.
Hi, husband on TikTok. Yeah, all I know is when the wine glass is empty, I'll send him to the kitchen.
For a refill.
Refill, please. Refill. So yeah, definitely. I feel like let's see, what was I going to ask you? I had a fun question. So you told me before that Zane is from a different book, right?
I told what?
Didn't you tell me that Zane was from a different book?
He was inspired by a character from a different book. Oh. Absolutely. He migrated. He did migrate. He migrated
I love it.
He's not a vampire anymore, but he did migrate from this book.
I do. So you liked his character so much, you kind of took a little bit of him and brought him somewhere else.
Yes. This book, I was going, as I told you before, I was going.
Oh, you're glitching.
To make a spinoff of that particular Zane version 1. Was a vampire who was under control of a very controlling and BDSM loving vampiress.
Dang.
And so he was I loved him. He was very sexy and fun to write. And unfortunately, the paranormal romance is not my thing to write. I do not like to write paranormal romance. That's your job. Yeah, I'll leave that up to you. Yep, all your.
Thank you. I did pretty well.
No, take it all, because I have fallen in love with male romance. I love writing male romance.
I'm fine with that. I actually have a few female ones that I'm about to read soon. Written in the Stars is in like the next 5 books that I'm supposed to read. I'm pretty excited for that one. Off the top of my head, that one's exciting. I have my TBR is over 100 books deep. So there's that.
Well, I just turned in the second manuscript to my phone. ARCs are available, so if you want, I'll ask them to you for ARC reading.
Oh, yeah, now we're cooking. So, let's see. As far as you doing that, so you know that my lead characters are Kaelin and Athena.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Yes, and we do know, right? And we do know that Athena is a bit of a badass.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, totally alpha female.
Alpha female, but she's not an alpha jerk. She's not
not a jerk.
But she is definitely. I know I had a reader was like from page 1, you just knew she had her own vibe, and she's going to do whatever she wants to do. Pretty much. I mean, she takes a little bit of consideration in, but like she will call her brothers to heal in 2 seconds, which is kind of interesting because it's always funny because her brothers are always basically kind of dicking around. I mean, if anybody...
They really are. I've noticed that about them. It's like every time you see them, they're being like bouncing off of one another, and she's ready to set them on fire.
Yeah, it's the equivalent to kind of like scruffing both of them and going, can you just? Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, like her and Atlas tend to grade each other a little more. You always have one brother. Rachel's a little badass. You always have one brother that's a little... In this case, it's Atlas. That's a little more grinding than the other. Anders is definitely the more soothing brother, whereas Atlas is just like, oh, that thing that I probably shouldn't say right now, gonna say it to you. Let's see what happens. You know, he's very, pardon my language, I don't have our moderator to send to me. He's very, fuck around and find out, you know, attitude. Like, let me just see what happens if I just keep pushing Athena's buttons. So, but it's very fun. So I enjoy that, and so far readers seem to enjoy her. Atlas is your man. Rachel says Atlas is her man. You like that?
I did too. I'm team Atlas for sure.
He is a snarky booger. We had a race on Twitter. We kind of had like a vote. We're like, if you've read it or if you even baited it, like, who is your favorite brother? And I actually thought that because of his snark, Atlas would be like the hands down winner. It is
Anders beat me.
It's like they're almost tied. And I was like, really? Oh, so some of you like that more serious, soothing type, and others really go for that, you know, kind of goofy snark. So it's interesting because I thought Atlas would take the cake, but he has not.
I guess it's situational from what I've read, and I won't. I mean, it's like I have to unfortunately slow myself down because you're killing me. But
well, you'll have Anders. Yes, Anders is.
Still wait until the final.
Right, I know, and that's I know the struggles, right? The struggles are real. All I know is I just reread the whole darn thing myself. So, turns out, do you ever write something you go, oh dang, that was good, I wrote that.
Yeah, it's like I can't believe I wrote this. I always ask that question, seriously. I always ask that question to myself. It's like, what was I drinking? Or what was I smoking?
Tea. You were drinking
spiked tea, I guess. Arnold Palmer. I don't know.
Yeah, everybody don't mind me alternating between water and wine, okay? Because hydration comes first. Also, Mulan is awesome. So I love that comment. Favorite.
I was just singing that song in the kitchen.
Which one?
Let's get like a man out of you.
Oh yes. Let's get down to business. Yeah, I know the one you're Disney nerd.
On the other side. Nope. Ever since, but I have a reason for my defense. I have a reason.
Right. I will hear you out.
I promise and swear.
Tell you you're wrong. Oh, see, you cut out. That's karma.
As an artist, I come out of the artist.
Okay.
Side of this, and they fired their entire art department after making their artists train their replacements.
Oh, well. It's terrible to do, but like I mean, you know why they did it. It's like business. It's like, sorry, too bad. It's been fun. You got to go. That's always Disney was censoring her. Disney was censoring her. I agree. That's what Rachel said. She goes, Disney was censoring her, and I'm like 100%. Disney was like talking smack. You got to go.
Okay, funny story about Disney. I was in the Disney store. Okay, I was in the Disney store when Coco first revealed his preview trailer, and I kid you not, in the middle of the Disney store, I was like, "Damn it, Disney!"
Let me tell you about Coco. My family will tell you that this is true. I cry every single time I watch that movie. Every single time. I know how it goes, and I cry more than once too. More than once. I just love everything about it. The colors, I love it. I can't help it. You know, you make me un poco loco, loco. Like I can cut me off.
Are you drunk already? Are we already there?
No, honestly, oh God, no. What if a half a glass does it? I mean, wow.
I'm that cheap, by the way. But I did in the middle of the Disney store. Because I was actually introduced to.
See, Disney's censoring you again.
When I saw Coco, I was like, mm-mm. And I said, damn it, Disney. In the middle of the Disney store, everybody turned around and looked at me. I was like, okay, I gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here. You're going to throw me out. I cry it up every time. Oh my gosh. Rachel says she cries it up every time. And I'm like, yeah, same.
No, I don't cry. I mean, I love the colors.
You heartless monster. What are you?
Mystery murderer. Hello? Dark author. Hello?
Soulless. No soul. Yeah, it's me, your Lord and Master of the Dark. That's what I'm just gonna refer to you now. Mistress of the Dark. But wait, that's Elvira.
That's Elvira, yeah.
I was gonna say that's Elvira, and there was a lot of things about Elvira going on that you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love Elvira. Yeah, totally. Oh. I'm a big fan of hers to this day. Like,
no. Okay, fun story. Fun story. So as a kid, I'm not gonna tell you how old, but like I would hang out at my grandparents a lot, and one of the movies they had recorded on VHS was Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. So, you know, I am walking around, you know, the living room, and I'm like, hey, you know, Grandma, can I like watch this movie? And my grandma's like looking at it, and I don't know if she read it very quickly and whatever. So I'm watching this movie, and I was like, oh. And I obviously thought it was very funny as a kid, like the monster coming out of the casserole and like Gonk, the dog. Like if you've ever seen it, the dog where she like colors the dog's hair. So I just remember watching that at a very young age, and I was like, wow, Elvira's so freaking cool.
She is.
She dyed a dog, and her breasts look amazing.
She appeared on Halloween. Say what?
I said, and her breasts look amazing.
Hey, you know, have you seen her in person?
That poor gal. I can't imagine the duct tape they put on her.
Oh God, no! I wouldn't even know. I have no idea. But she looked great in Halloween Wars. Like she looked exactly like herself on Halloween Wars.
I would imagine she does. It's
she
like
I was like, dang girl.
Oh, you look so good.
It's like, how do I look this good at your age?
Yeah, just give me the secret to how I look that awesome. Okay, just fill me in. Yeah. So definitely, I had lots of experiences with Elvira at about I think I want to say like 7. Along with the movie Legend. Anybody ever heard of that? Legend?
Barely. I remember.
Weird one with Tim Curry. He plays like this dark, twisty devil looking thing.
Now I have to go watch it.
It is. It's just old school Tom Cruise is in it.
Hurry.
No joke. Old school Tom Cruise is in it. And there was unicorns. As a kid, I thought it was the best thing because I thought the unicorns were real. Like you could not convince me that those unicorns were not real. I was like, Grandma, but look at their horns. And she was like, honey, that's a prop they put. No, those horns are real. Those are unicorns. I'm going to find one. I never found one. Turns out Grandma was right. I was wrong. So that's many movie experiences in my life. But you know, what can I say?
Well, that's okay. My main movie thing is horror. I
do love horror. Okay, horror. What's your favorite movie?
Oh, my favorite horror movie? Okay.
Yes. Hit me.
See. I have to.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Give me 2. Your favorite that actually scares you, and your favorite for like story. How about that?
Okay. Now I can do that. My favorite. Okay. As somebody who watches copious amounts.
Gosh dang your glitch.
Of horror. My fellow horror authors to this day.
Okay.
So, to this day, I get made fun of by my fellow horror authors. The Nun from Conjuring 2 scares the snot out of me.
Okay. I am going to second that. I have watched all The Conjuring. Those are actually some of my favorite spooky movies. Just because, I don't know, I loved them when they first came out. Like, I remember going to the theater to see The Conjuring, and I was like, you know, me and my sister were like, and now we have to drive home in the dark. So that was rough. But yeah, that nun, oh God. And then the eyes, like, you know, like in the picture, they were just, you know.
And then you watch the movie The Nun, and it just gets worse. It's like, Valak, you and I are not friends. Okay, we're just not friends.
You're a creep. Your eyes are creepy. I'm not a fan.
It's like, nope.
Yeah, I don't sleep with my lights on. I don't want you grabbing me from beneath the covers at night. Thank you. I'm good.
Don't stand in the corner.
Don't stand.
So that is the only monster. That is the only monster that scares the fire out of me. However,
the only monster. Okay. However,
the one that I absolutely adore for story, and this is one that not many people know.
Well, that's okay.
It's called it's a tie, okay, between these two. It's either Hide in the Light, which is absolutely a fantastic story. I love that story because it's
now we can't hear you because
so great, and it's because it's just never seen. Something like that little tweak there is a different right.
Right.
But for the absolute most amazing story, and I am a paranoid person that is highly skeptical.
Paranoid person.
It starts with a C and ends with man.
Oh. Okay. It's gonna be man. I know what it is. She doesn't want to say it.
No. I am.
I'll say it. At me, bro.
To anybody who asks me. No, I won't say. I will not say that. I am the kind of person that will not look in the mirror from the hours of 2 to 4. I will not look in the mirror from 2 to 4.
Why are you looking in the mirror between 2 and 4? Why are you in the back? Like, what are you doing that you would look in one? Like, I would not be doing that. I'm not looking at myself between 2 and 4 in the morning. Absolutely
not. Writing.
Oh, well, I'm not looking at myself, though, to write.
That's for my context. And
right. Yeah, I wear glasses all the time. As you can see, I have 26 pairs of glasses. 26 pairs.
Dang, girl.
I love them, but they're from Zennies. So if anybody ever needs glasses for cheap and you don't have like super crazy vision, these glasses are the best. I mean, I nerd out over these. These are some of like my biggest frames and I love them. They don't have a ton of like add-on features, but I feel like that's okay. But you can, but total they cost me $12. So.
Oh, nice. And I should probably
think oh, yeah. Exactly. $12 glasses. You can't go wrong. You took like my favorite scary movie though, by the way. The Conjuring. That one is mine. And I also, as a child, I tell you to this day, I do not have like porcelain dolls or clowns in my house. Okay. Hard no. I don't do porcelain clowns or dolls. And so when Annabelle came out, I was like,
freaking Annabelle.
and what scared the bejesus out of me is like the real Annabelle is like a Raggedy Ann and Andy style doll. And I'm like, I had one of those as a child, but I never tried
Raggedy Ann doll. Yes. Raggedy Ann doll. The Raggedy Ann doll. It was, yeah.
Definitely. Yes. Oh my goodness. But The Conjuring was definitely like one of those movies that finally like picked me out of a horror slump because I find that I always get so disappointed by a lot of them. And I don't do slasher films, like anything that's super realistic, because I'll be honest, like I feel like people get murdered way too often. I don't need to watch something about somebody coming into your house and all kinds of things. No, thank you. Give me the Freddy Krueger that'll haunt my dreams, and then I won't sleep. But my favorite to this day, my favorite movie monster is Freddy Krueger. There's nobody who beats him to me. Gosh, I don't know. Annabelle sucks. So no, I hate Annabelle. No, but Freddy Krueger. If I had to choose, Freddy Krueger is that you know what? Because the idea of it was you could never rest, you could never sleep. You just like didn't know what was coming. kind of like he gets called like jokingly like the boogeyman. Like my villain in Triad gets called like referred to as like the OG boogeyman because he's rotten. Doesn't not haunt your dreams, rotten, but he's not a nice dude. But that again, I can't go too much into that for spoilers for some people who are still reading or who are going to read. But yeah, he's definitely kind of like he's like a sideline villain. He's not in your face, but he's always like behind. And the more like you read the book, if you start paying attention, like if you're the reader that pays attention, I do foreboding in there or little things that if you were to notice it, when it happens later, you'll go, oh, I remember reading that at chapter. God dang it. If I would have paid attention, I would have known what that woman was doing to me.
So you reread your own book, it's like, oh my God, I figured it out.
Well, no, I wrote them there, but there was one thing in particular, which you can't say. But someone had figured something out about it. Let's see. A situation with a character came to a head, and it happens to be Kaylin's character. A situation with him, and they were like, you totally snuck little things in. And I was always like, that's weird. That's so weird. And then it all made sense, and it was the coolest thing. And I was like, yup, you caught me. So it's amazing, those little Easter eggs that people do finally pick up on.
Easter eggs,
for sure. At the end, Blaze and I, if you miss that at any point, we are doing like giveaways of obviously some Triad. I do believe Blaze has some bookmarks available.
I am pulling it out as we speak.
Yeah, she has some bookmarks available. She has some really great Kaylin artwork of mine that she's going to be giving away, and I will have that link available for you if you want it. Like TikTok doesn't let me just like throw it out there. So I will just DM me, hop in my DMs, and I will copy and paste that link right to you because all you got to do is sign up for it, and then you're entered for a chance to win. Oh, she's got a Triad mug that you can't see, but it's awesome because it's with her. But she does have both of these as well that she'll do. And then I do believe we've got like a couple of the bookmarks for sure. Yeah. Oh, and the sticker. Oh my gosh, I do have that too. Because who doesn't need a cute little sticker of Kaylin and Athena? I don't know. I know. They are adorable. The artist behind some of this stuff is crazy. He is very talented.
Let's see. I'm digging through my goodie box, and yes,
I've got a goodie box of stuff. So, and she's got candles as well. Yep, she's got candles as well. One is Azrael, just so y'all know. So definitely hit me up. You may pop right into my DMs for that link, and I will hook you up. Oh, you have a Kaylin candle. I can 100% tell you that candle smells amazing. And if you've read it, you know that. Yeah, no, take a sniff. Ocean.
That, you know what? I can totally see him slathered in that smell. I mean, seriously.
He literally, I chose that scent because I was like, listen, the guy is supposed to smell like, listen, if sunshine and ocean and beautiful has a smell, that's what he needs to smell like. I need that scent.
Yeah, that so I can smell him. I can smell him in that.
Yeah, I mean, and Thea, because being like a shifter, she has like an elevated sense of smell. So things smell very like I do describe. Smells get described a lot, I should say.
And since we are doing shifters, I am going to give away. It's not shifter related, however, it is.
But it's
got one of. It's spicy. It's very spicy. And it's got a short story of mine included in this anthology that is nowhere else.
Let me see if I can turn it around to see Blaze. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. I think they can see you. Oh, yep, they can.
You're in this book.
Yeah.
Anywhere else. So I will be signing this and sending it off.
It's like Santa Claus with the gift that keeps on giving.
He really does. But I had the privilege of getting involved in this, and I've not published this anywhere else. Like this short story is nowhere else.
Well, that's all right. I mean, definitely whatever works.
Yeah, it's a spicy mail that is really hitting the readers by storm, and
here for it.
It's very it'll introduce you to my mails romances. So get a nice little taste on what you're going to be expecting.
I like a bit of everything. So I'm like, give me my spice in most all forms. The only thing I'm not going to lie, I don't like super dark. Like give me like a warning, but give me like all this, like give me all different forms. So like, let me sample. I want like a sample platter.
Okay. I think I could manage that for you. It's not a problem.
Perfect. We're gonna get one just fine. Yes. I just want to make that clear. So as you all keep joining,
I don't mind if you are in the stream.
Yes, whichever stream we're in, you can still hit me up on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Even, I mean, if you really want to old school it, you can try and come find me on Facebook. But TikTok and Instagram, you get a little fancier response.
Oh yeah, I love Instagram. Instagram's got to be my favorite platform right now. Seriously.
Instagram. Oh, don't make me. I can't do that. I don't want one to get mad at me. Okay, I'm in a relationship with all three, and I'm not sure they know. So
okay, personal.
Yeah. I can't. I don't want Instagram jealous of TikTok, and I don't want TikTok mad at Twitter, and I just can't have that. Yeah, Instagram's my favorite because obviously you've seen my Bookstagram posts.
Yes.
And I
hear angels sing in your Bookstagram posts.
I live for taking book photos. When I realized that was a thing, I was like, oh my God, this is my calling. You want an interior designer? No, I can just take pictures of books. So yeah, I love it. I just live for those photos. I've done some really fun collaborations for people. So, authors, I do when my time allows, like I usually let people know, but I have slots open occasionally where I will, if you want to DM me like a digital of your book, or if you want like to give me a physical copy, like sometimes I'll create an image for someone. And of course I run it like on my platforms for them, so that they can have that feature and that opportunity for people to go, oh my gosh, not only is that picture beautiful, but I want to read that book. So yeah, I like to do that. It's just Bookstagram photos. I took one this morning. Not gonna lie, since I didn't have physical copies of Triad yet, I staged the photo purposefully, and then I did take my wonderful cover per you and popped it up there, which was awesome. And of course, I had an Athena candle next to it and a Kaylin candle.
I think I saw that.
You probably did, because everybody was looking at the shelves and like, wow, is that your bookshelf? Yes, those are my bookshelves.
That's my Instagram.
Those are my bookshelves. They're beautiful. Maybe
they are pretty. Though I thought it was photoshopped at first. I did. I was like, nope. Knowing her, those are so her bookshelves.
Those are really my bookshelves. Those are 100% my bookshelves. That's like one. That's only a portion of one. I have I have them set up so pretty. I'm that nerd.
No, it's nothing wrong with that. I need to redo mine. I mean, I got 2 in my bedroom, 2 in the living room, like on both sides of the TV.
Oh, yes. Glitch.
Our house is so small. It's we don't have a lot of room, so I've had to go with ebooks.
I totally get it. We're very compartmentalized in this house. So it's still like a really nice, like 3 levels. However, like things are more closed off, and it kind of makes things hard. Like right now, technically I'm in our dining room, and my daughter's upstairs, and my husband's in the living room watching me playing. What is he playing? I don't know if we want to know. You know what? We're not going to ask. But, so yeah, I get it. But, we do, fortunately,
I'm a gamer too.
Yeah. Fortunately, our upstairs is like a big loft. So we have our huge loft, big bedroom, and then we have 2 smaller bedrooms off that. And of course, we have a Star Wars media room with all our physical movies and our Star Wars wall, which is insane. And then in the other room, we have all my books, my ring light for book photos, my table with my backgrounds, and of course, some American Girl dolls that my daughter loves. Fortunately, none of them have crawled out from beneath the bed to murder me. Thank you. As we were talking about Annabelle, just saying.
Yeah. No, that I get it. I again, you're talking to somebody who's highly superstitious. Like, I will drive.
So you're saying you wouldn't sleep across the room with them?
No. I'm the kind of I will not go out on Halloween night. I drive next to the cemetery with my thumbs hidden and my breath.
Oh, you paused him, but dang.
I mean, I stand on crossroads after dark.
Okay.
So all that stuff, everything that you have seen that people do not do is like, I will not be on the crossroads after midnight. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm that person.
Okay, so I can get behind it a little. No, there are some things that I won't do that are odd, I suppose. So I can't say much. I can't pick too bad.
No.
No.
So I don't know why. I just started doing it.
Perfect. Fair enough. I can't judge. It is what it is. Are you wearing a Black Mirror t-shirt? Oh, I love that. Wait, so you're telling me you have cooler merch than me? Yes, you do.
Nope.
She has a t-shirt with her book cover. Rude. That's rude. In the best way, though. Yes. So when can we expect? So for everybody, I mean, obviously, I would like to put a blast up for Black Mirror and its upcoming sequel. When can we expect to be able to purchase? Like, do we have any idea?
Oh my God.
Copies, or does this question just frustrate you to bits?
It frustrates me to bits because I know we're trying. Right. But it's just, I wished to have this for you guys. But like I said, I am accepting ARCs. If you want ARCs and you're in this.
So I'm definitely going to repeat that
for on TikTok. Yeah. I hit myself up.
Yeah.
And I'll dish out some ARCs. City of Nightmares is also ready to go. So if you want to ARC that one. And then, of course, since Little Miss Britt asked for a sample platter, I will also include the first chapter from Hunter's 2 books that I will be releasing soon. So for those of you who don't know, I write under Hunter Wayland as well. So that's my dark fiction stuff. So I don't know if that's a thing that you like. So, but you can also.
For sure. Well, and this will work out well because I will TikTok some of this. Bye guys. See you later. Yeah, definitely. That'll be good.
So yeah, I'm offering also just samples of everything I'm coming out because I'm a rapid release author, so I'm always releasing titles.
Yeah, you are. And here I am with try just one coming out April 6th, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. People are like, oh, like people will ask me stuff like, I am terrible at talking. I'm probably the worst person at professionally talking about my book. I am.
How do you mean? How do you mean?
Okay, so when someone goes like, and I have this a lot, like face to face, they will be like, oh, what's your book about? Yeah, what's Try It about? And I'm like, it's about a girl. Not really a girl.
Get on her log line.
She's yeah, I lost my words. And that's exactly what I do. So I'm terrible usually when it comes to that, or when people say like explain the plot, and I definitely know it's not their genre of reading. I'm always a little hesitant to introduce that. I'm like, it's NA, so new adult, and then urban fantasy, paranormal romance. So going right off the bat, I always feel nervous saying, okay, I'm starting off with a book that's about shifters, but please don't think it's the one. It's not your normal. They're not your standard. They do things differently. It's not all, it's just, yeah. So it's hard to tell people how different it is without revealing those really key, like different, you know what I mean? Like without giving like a spoiler of saying, this is why they're different. See what I mean? Terrible at it.
Well, see, okay, again, I guess I've got a bit of a cheat here because
you do have a cheat. A little bit.
I am a screenwriter. Log lines. We have to have log lines before we even can pitch.
You do.
So, as a screenwriter, we have to write the logline before we can even start writing the script. So that's loglines have become so much easier. And once you do it more and more, you'll figure out that it's easier than you think, because your readers
is.
What?
I said it probably is easier than I think.
It is. It's basically just ask yourself, what the heck is it?
Right.
And give it to. We just had Pit Mad, as you probably know, Britt. I still have not gone through those pitches yet.
Unfortunately, they're gonna have to wait. Yeah, pitches. I can't imagine, like, when you guys open submissions, like how many you get. So, I mean, and there are always so many good ones. All I know is that every time Pit Mad comes around, I'm like, I want this book. I would like this to be a book. I want this one too. And so I always struggle, like, knowing that some of these, like, I either may not see for quite a long time or ever, because I'm like, that's an amazing idea.
We do try. So many people get on to publishers and agents because it's like nobody's saying anything, and the problem is most of us wait until the day after the event when the stream is not going.
Yes, like we want to keep looking, and then I feel like if it takes a little longer, sometimes that's good because you're giving each one a little bit of time. Like, you're doing the due diligence of going through those pages and their query letters and their synopsis. So you're giving each one a thoughtful, look over, rather than going, no, oh yeah, no. So I feel like that's okay. Good things take time.
I'm glad but that's actually not a common thing for authors. It's like, we haven't heard from you in like 2 days. It's like, that's like the average, to give you guys a head.
Right, like an inside point. Yeah, like an inside.
We get well over 40 plus pitches on pitch events.
Right.
Okay. So it's like, for those of you that don't understand how how the small presses are probably dealing.
Yep, the small. Right.
We literally have to take the time to go through 40 plus of you, and unfortunately, we just cannot. And I hate this. We actually both hate this.
I'm sure
we cannot respond to everyone.
I know. And that's the bummer. I mean, and that's the bummer, I think, that you can't also maybe pick everyone, pick everything too, because you're like, oh,
no, we want to. We really do.
I know you do. I know you do. All I know is I got lucky one way or the other. Thank you. Thank you.
I can actually tell you the story of yours. When I ran over yours, it was at the top. I just refreshed my I just refreshed the feed because every pitch, and I think yours was Pit Dark, I believe, that we nailed.
It was not, actually. If it was, I didn't hashtag.
Was it Pit Dark? I know it.
I just did Pit Mad in June. If it was
so it was Pit Mad, because we get a lot of ours from Pit Dark.
You do get a lot of Pit Dark. I know you do Pit Dark a lot.
So I remember yours. I'd refreshed yours because every pitch event, I don't do anything else. It is dedicated to I literally have like 5 or 6 windows open dedicated to just refreshing.
Of course you do.
And it's like I have to watch all of this stuff. And I looked at it as I refreshed it, and I saw your pitch. But I saw your pitch like right there at the very top. And I was like, okay, well, I like this pitch. So I looked at it. Please do not ask me to remember which pitch.
I will not whatsoever. I just mean, like, what? Do you see what I mean, though? Like, what luck? What luck?
It was at the very top. Like, it just posted, and I was like,
exactly.
Oh,
like, what luck to be at the top of at the top of a publisher's feed? What luck?
It was, yeah. We don't mind sharing.
No, I always tell people, like, when they say, oh, I don't want to try Pit Mad, I'm like, no, you really should. You really should, because if nothing else, you're going to learn. And then what's really awesome is you can make fun network connections for future things. And by future things, I mean someone that's willing to beta read with you, or exchange just like ideas, a sounding board for you. And then you can, if you're really lucky, you're going to come across people that you actually become virtual friends with. And I think that is a great opportunity. if nothing else. Obviously, publishing, people want to publish, but I think it's a great opportunity to maybe like leave the event with some people that can help you grow as a writer.
Yeah, that's another thing. Even though you don't get those likes, it's
right.
It's definitely something that you can use to build your followers and find your critique partners. So there's
absolutely. And I think a good critique partner is worth gold.
Oh yeah, if you can get one good critique partner that follows you through your career, it's definitely.
They're pretty. I think sometimes they almost undervalue themselves. Like I don't even think people who review books understand how valuable they are either. We're like, listen, your review, whether it's just a rating or you do like a little blurb or you go all out and you do a huge blog, like these are things that can, hey, I'm sorry, somebody's saying, hey, those are things that can definitely, help get your name out there. So anytime someone is kind enough to leave a review, I'm like, thank you. That is the nicest thing you can do. Even if you go, maybe that one wasn't for me, that's okay. Like then maybe, someone will next time, learn that this one maybe isn't for them. So I just think.
And that's something that people need to learn. The authors need to learn about bad reviews. The thing is, and here's the way I look at it. Number one, I do not constantly check my reviews. I don't. I might check them once a month. That's it. Otherwise, if I always look at it this way, they were just not in my target audience. Their review is not bad. They were just not pick up the book.
First, right, for sure. And I check. Okay, I'll be honest. I'm checking my reviews a little bit more right now, just because I have ARC readers that are submitting them, and they're kind of, they have the opportunity to kind of like, I let them know that if you have like a question or if you want to yell at me for something, you certainly can. I may eventually regret that, but for now, I definitely let people. That is my kind of gal right there. So I have a viewer on here and she's like, love it. I blog and I love to hype books. And then if I don't really like a book, I still try to hype for it. Oh, for those that might be into it. Oh, that is such a sweet thing to do.
Oh yeah, that's something. That's
a special kind of reviewer right there.
That is like, I didn't really like the book, but please read it anyway, kind of thing. I try to do that with my books. Like, it wasn't my cup of tea, but please try it anyway.
Right. Or like, let me describe the audience who I know it would be for. That's actually brilliant. I'm gonna save that for next time. I'm gonna keep that idea. So yeah, I try to. So I'm checking my reviews a bit, and I tend to get cussed out a little about certain things. Mostly the ending. Okay, I'll be honest. If you check my reviews right now, like, you'll know. I'm not spoiling anything. You're gonna know, because right there on Goodreads in black and white, there are people. I had a girl, like I said, in the middle of the night, like sobbing. So I went, I hearts, love you.
See, now you're making me think. Comes out before I pick it up.
Well, you kind of obviously have the advantage for that. Well, you really do. I mean, the cards are in your hands there. You can totally cheat.
I don't, though.
You don't. You are meticulous like that. I can just see you being like, no, I absolutely can't read that first.
I don't. I won't. See, I will edit it, but that's a different brain. So
you would be able to do that.
If you are, I'm so sorry. Number one. So if you get me as an editor, I apologize, because I am the one that will say just no.
I know. No, and that's okay. I'm fine with just no. I know. I saw some of your comments in the beginning. It was fine. No, and that's helpful. We do need that. As writers, we definitely do need that nudge for us to be better. And I think it's wonderful when it comes from a place of, so, I mean, for those of you who don't know, Blaze is my publisher as well. She, Fireside Publishing, I mean, highly recommend. 20 stars, do recommend.
Thank you.
I don't know if they're open for submissions right now, if you are a writer, but
mainly pitch. We only do
pitch. Okay, yeah, see, so don't hit her up right now. But yeah, so I feel like that's good though, that you were obviously like, listen, I like the idea, however, you're going to do better.
Well, it's funny because
glitchy glitch.
And that situation, I was reading this. I don't want to put it down because of this. So it's like I would like to point this out as a reader first.
Right. And that's good. And I was able to use that feedback. And I always think there's always little things that I can use. I try to pick something apart. I always do. My biggest thing with what I've learned from you and like other writers and just like going about this is I look at every single comment, negative or positive, and especially like maybe one that's negative, and I go, okay, number one, is there validity to this? So like, have I heard this more than once? Or is there something like that I can find in here that I go, like, that would make this click for me too? Like, just whatever it may be. And I feel like that's definitely helpful. And then I can kind of take a step back and look at it and go, okay, I could see how like that might be. All right, let me adjust that. Let me critique that a little. Let me sharpen that up. And so ultimately, I mean, it makes a by far better book. Also, thank you. It is a good ending in certain terms. How about that? It's the ending. The book, it's called A Wild Ride. It's like a roller coaster. You get all kinds of fun emotions, all the good ones, and then unfortunately, as we know in life, with all the wonderful emotions, you get some bad. What's the Blaze and I can handle this. We have a question. What was the best advice from a negative review? I haven't had a negative review yet, but I have had feedback from Blaze when she goes through our manuscripts. So one was like, this sentence is too clunky. Like, shape it up. Shape it up. It's really, yeah. She'll tell you. So and it's not meant to be like, this is I hate this sentence. It's meant to go, you need to smooth this out. There may be too many words here, or it's worded wrong, and there's too many words. So that is probably some of the best advice that I have gotten from Blazes. This is too clunky. Please, like, come on, remove some of this. Like, come on, just get going here.
The main secret for that is, it's called the main secret for clunky sentences. For anybody who is a writer watching this,
you can hear this.
Yeah. Is watch your prepositional phrasing. Of, over, here, there, at, above.
Right.
So do not give me a sentence that says he had boots above the couch.
Yes. So
he had his black boots.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of times in a sentence, if you read it out loud, if you're not, and we don't expect writers to be English majors. They don't expect you to be perfect. Okay.
That's the editor's job. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, absolutely not. It's the editor's job to be perfect, not yours. So, but what they do is, a lot of times if you read through a sentence, there's almost 90% of the time, in certain cases, the word that is probably not necessary. Sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's not. Like, you can even go through it and you're like, oh yeah, that one is not, that needs to go. That one's just there. I don't know why it's there, but I don't.
That just such really very
really actually. Oh yes, just still. You'll find that you'll sometimes try to stick the word still in there. I have learned to keep the word just into dialogue, because natural dialogue, you do tend to say that a lot. That might be a generational thing too. But that was another thing I learned. Fluid. I need a list of words to cut. Oh, we could probably, if you DM me, I'll make Blaze give me a list, because I might need that list too.
I do have a list of words as an editorial notes. I do. I keep
editorial notes, or she does. Yeah, no, you do. So I generally, like, my rule with the word just is in dialogue, because odds probably in the sentence you don't need it. You just think you do. But when you talk, one of the things Blaze taught me, I know you can't see her on my thing here, but she was like, make sure it sounds natural. Which, think of how you speak. Think of how you say things. be aware of how you talk, or maybe what you draw out, or where you pause, or what words you might use. I also said I do this really fun thing where I make the faces while I say the dialogue out loud so that I can nail those facial expressions when I'm writing, because that helps with dialogue tags such as he said, she said, this said. You don't always want that, or says, like so-and-so says, so-and-so said. Yeah, you don't want to hear that all the time. Go away. So if you can figure out like a small action that lets you know who's speaking, especially if you have lots of characters in there. Like sometimes we were discussing, I have a set of triplets in Triad. So there's Athena, Anders, and Atlas. And then if you throw in maybe her hot ass boyfriend, Kalen, he might be in there. And then if you throw in another character, you've got a lot of people. And if they do all have potential speaking parts in that chapter, I need to make sure as a reader, you're not confused who is speaking. Because if you ever have to go, who the heck said that? I've done my job wrong.
Yeah. So each character, and this is a cardinal sin for writers that as a publisher we see so often.
Right.
Do not write as you talk. Okay?
Talk, exactly.
Please do not do that. And the reason is, unless the character is based solely on you, which that's perfectly fine. I've done it myself. But if you do this, all of your characters start sounding the same, behaving the same. It's just, please do.
Yeah. So right.
Do not write as you talk. Writing a different person. You're writing a different person. You're not writing yourself. You're telling another person's story.
Absolutely.
So that's one thing we see, and we will auto reject for that, just because it doesn't sound real to us. We can tell the author's in there. We don't want to tell the author's in there. Right. No offense.
Even if we're great, they don't want us in there. Which is why several of my characters sound by far more formal for, their age. It suits their age and their characters, because that's how they would speak as, well, I guess I'm supposed to be an adult, but it's how adults would have an interaction. So that they definitely, yes, each character has to have their own individual voice.
Yes, please do that. Us in the publishing world are begging you to do that.
Absolutely. They do. But right, it just goes along with, I said, well, I should have been clear when I said that. Think of how you would say something. Yeah, that's not right. But just say it naturally. How about that? It needs to sound natural, like someone would say it. If you tend to sound like a robot, it doesn't work.
Yeah, definitely. It's not. Every particular personality type has the way they're speaking. Like in Bane of Tenebris and Blessing of Luna, Cain is constantly saying you have two different sides to Cain. The Cain that is relaxed, you can tell he's relaxed because he speaks in contractions. The Cain that is very emotionally charged and emotionally tense stops speaking in contractions and really has a stern. You can tell he's being stern.
Right. It's like making sure that each word is,
because he's so. Yeah. So just that kind of thing.
That makes sense to me. Right. And that's something that I learned along the way too. Well, I realized a little, but it was a fun thing to like actually learn that it's a real thing. Because in my mind, I always thought I wouldn't always say I am, like not me, but most people talking, if they're natural, they're not going to say I am going to the store. I'm going to the store.
Unless you're my daughter. My daughter doesn't use contractions.
That's kind of great.
I am. I did. I can't.
Huh? So she's that I cannot do that.
I cannot. I did not. I am not. I will not.
I will. You're very familiar with I cannot and I will not.
I cannot and I will not. Or I did not. I did not do that.
I did not do that. And I will not be doing that.
She speaks that way. My daughter really speaks that way.
Not mine. I'll be honest. So mine's 8, and we're kind of similar in the very, if you get to know me, a very chill factor. So the one day, my daughter actually, what the heck did she say? She's like, "Oh, brah, you don't even know." I was like, "What? Did you?" Mine's upstairs. Oh, everybody loves a hug.
Yes, we are talking about you.
We are. Love it, by the way. Here for it. Don't, though.
What? How dare I?
How dare How dare you? See, there you go. That is funny to me. Not mine. She's very like very animated. So, everything is like a theatrical performance.
Oh gosh.
Everything is very, like, Mom, did you know? Mom, did you know? Let me tell you what happened today. She's very animated.
Oh my God, you totally got to know this.
Yes. Yes. How did you know?
Wonder why authors are able to write so many characters.
They are. Yeah. You pick on people. In my acknowledgments specifically, I say for my family, because Triad is a very family, for as much as it's urban fantasy and it is a paranormal romance, the center stage is like a family, a core family, and you watch them go through things and how they handle things and just that. So I said in the acknowledgments, I was like, if my family members, if you see some personality traits in there that you think might be yours, they are. They are absolutely yours. So I definitely picked up little trinkets of things that people do. They're little quirks that I enjoy, or just something maybe that they've said over the years that has stuck with me and been amusing. I keep those. And so, maybe snuck a few of those in.
Oh yeah, put them in your back pocket for sure. I mean, nothing's the best inspiration than real life.
Yeah, real life with people like, I kind of think that it would be a pleasure for everybody to either meet my family or they'd run. They would be like, holy, these people are a lot. We are. I should tell you this. It's funny that I wrote a book. I swear, subconsciously, there's like a running joke, because we live in a slightly smaller town, that we run in like a pack, that I would write about wolves, because if you see one of us, there's usually two more nearby, because like that's how close we are. So if you see like, some of us are always together. It just is what it is. Like, it's very strange.
That's awesome. So you probably unconsciously did pull that into Triad.
Probably did. So I probably did. I don't even mean to. But yeah, so we definitely are like that. Oh, it's almost like giveaway time. I've got to get those links up to you. I've got to be able to check my DMs. I don't even know how to do that while I'm on here.
I was fixing to say we do need to do our wrap-ups, because again, I have not eaten.
Yeah, you are. I don't know how you didn't eat. I stuffed 2 pieces of pizza down my throat. I was like, I need to eat. For sure. Definitely. We can totally wrap up. And we definitely appreciate all you guys for popping in, whether it be for a few minutes or the entire time. We so appreciate it. We definitely, if you want to hop in my DMs, I will give you that link for the giveaways. You can find me either on TikTok for that DM link or Twitter. And then Blaze will also have it. I will set aside that YouTube, and you should be able to click the YouTube as well. It'll be on the YouTube as well. So, did I miss anything?
Yeah, I'll put it on Instagram, and so you'll definitely have time to enter into that giveaway. It's only for a day though.
Right, so it is only for a day. The giveaway.
Now is the time to grab it.
It is what it is.
So, Britt, you have an announcement for book 2?
I do have a big announcement for book 2. We decided that it would be fun to reveal the title of Triad sequel. And Triad sequel is aptly named Equinox.
Which is,
I feel like that's something you should call to. Like I feel like equinoxes and solstices should be right up your alley.
Oh yeah, definitely it is. Yeah, I'm not shy to say this. I am a practicing druid, so I will be celebrating the spring equinox.
I don't know all of that, but I feel I'm so intrigued.
I'm not shy. No, I'm not shy. We'll have coffee.
Like I said, we'll coffee and we'll discuss it, because I have questions. I am call me a curious cat, I gotta know things. Yeah. So let's wrap this up so that Blaze can have something to eat. I may stay on TikTok. I'm not entirely sure. We will see.
Well, if you do, send me a link so I can join your TikTok. Because my kids are watching cartoons. So
I was going to say, only if you promise to eat first.
Cross my heart.
Cross your dark little murderous heart. Yes.
Can't help it. I've spent as many hours with the mob as I have, and you start to
here for it.
So,
all your
I mean,
I do have Blood Law on my Kindle on my phone. Although I am not a fan of e-reading, but
I'll send you a copy.
Yeah, I know. Last time you tried to send me a copy though,
I know, right?
Thieves stole.
Porch pirates.
Don't steal my books. It's rude.
So, thank you so much for joining us for a second night, Britt. It's always a joy to have you around. Tomorrow I will be back. So, Britt, if you want, I will.
Who do you have tomorrow?
I have McKay.
Oh, of course it glitched. Please repeat.
Paul. He's very precious to me because I have followed his career from book 1 all the way to book 4.
Do me a favor and repeat that for my TikTok though, because you glitched.
Okay, so his name is McCade, and his name is McCade Paul, and he's the author of the Somerville series. He is very, very precious to me because I have followed him from book 1 all the way to book 4, and he was such a sweetheart to acknowledge me in the dedication and the acknowledgments of a couple of his books. And I did, and his stories are mid-grade, but they are absolutely amazingly written.
Hey.
Oh, heck yeah. I don't do mid-grade, but his stuff.
That's when you can develop like that absolute real love of reading. So here for that.
Oh yeah. He's a very young writer, and his stories are written better than some of the self-published adult books I've read. So if you haven't checked his books out, his name is McCade Paul. He is the author of the
Summer Girls. She's glitching a little bit, but it was the
Somerville series murder mystery that I would recommend to anybody.
Oh, did you say it's a murder mystery?
It is. It is beautifully written.
Murder mystery. Oh yes.
It's gorgeous. The plot is like movie grade plot. I mean, it is a plot you do not.
Well, maybe. Well, guess what? If he ever gets a Netflix show, I'm gonna make you watch.
I would watch it just to support him because I would totally contact Netflix and say, if you're looking for a Goosebumps loving murder mystery,
yes. For those of you who missed it,
person, like right now, I will personally write the scripts for you. So I will personally write the scripts for him if Netflix is willing to look at them. So
good friend.
So he's fantastic. He's sweet and so respectful. My God. I cannot praise this kid enough. And if you're watching, McCade, I will keep praising your name because I love your stuff.
You will rave.
I will rave because he's just amazing.
Give all the hype where it is deserved. Here for that. By all means.
That's who we'll have tomorrow.
Perfect. That'll be fun.
And thank you for joining us. And guys, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit that chick up. Hit me up.
Find me. Blaze is a little harder to contact.
I am.
We make her work. We make her do awful formatting things, and
they're slave drivers.
Yes, we're horrid authors. But FYI, she selects her authors, so she chooses her own prison here. But yes, perfect.
Good night, peoples. Good night, Britt.
Right. Good night, you. I'm going to sign off here. See you later.